to Tapngrl tapping into you. We are back today for Holiday Stress Part 2. Woohoo! All right, I got a new co-chair sitting here with me today. Lisa couldn't make it, so I've got Melissa Mitchell. And Melissa's going to be my echo. We're going to talk about fun stuff today. Now, it's going to look like she's ignoring you here in a minute, but she's not. She's actually going to go share this show to her timeline so all our peeps can see it. All right, so today we're going to be talking Holiday Stress Part 2, but first of all, I want to thank my sponsors, as usual. Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies. Without their generosity, I would not be able to be here so that we can tap out all your smack, all your garbage. And it's through the generosity of Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies again that I'm sitting here with you. So if you're in Fishers, Indianapolis, around the area, do business with them. They're just good people to do business with. Or even Noblesville, anywhere in India, or even if you're out of Indiana, call them. And another really good thing is, if they don't do what you need, they will lead you in that direction, okay? All right, so next thing I want to talk about is I'm not a medical doctor. Okay, so if you are on a doctor's protocol, if you're seeing a therapist, continue with that protocol. Don't be doing silly stuff. Don't be saying, oh, I'm going to do the tapping and I'm going to let go of all that. You stay under that doctor's care. Use some sense and just use this in conjunction with what you're doing, okay? Let your doctor tell you what all's going on there and all that stuff. Now, I also want to say another thing that's been coming up for me a lot lately, and I just want to share this with you, and that is this. I teach this from my life experience, okay? My life experience and all the yuck that I created has been my greatest teacher for understanding the tapping and how to release stress and limitation and all of those things, okay? So part of the reason when people sit in front of me and I say things and they're like, how do you know this? And I go, oh, honey, did it. Been there, done that, lived it. Oh my gosh, we're going to have some fun. Okay, so I just want to remind you that. Now, there's also been some really cool things that have happened with me, and you know, right after tapping, my favorite subject is me. See, they know. Okay, so I'm going to tell you that there's a magazine called Current in Fishers, and I am the cover girl from the issue that came out on 11/29. Now, I'm going to tell you something else really cool about that. 11/29 was the number of my mother's hospice room. Oh. So the fact this came out on 11/29, I know some of you think I'm wacky, and some of you get this. I believe that my mother absolutely had a hand in the timing of this. Yes. There's a really nice article in here as well. And my friend Lisa's in there. Y'all have seen her before, okay? Just a nice article about the tapping and how it works and those really cool things. All right. So let's go into a little bit of what is the tapping. It's called emotional freedom technique, aka tapping. Tapping's the generic term. Now, it's called emotional freedom technique because what we're doing is we're freeing those negative emotions from our body.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, which, you know, weigh them down.
I don't want them.
Yeah, let them go. Barf them up. Okay.
Right.
All right. So, which for whatever reason, I don't know how to explain this to you other than when people sit in front of me and we're doing this, I absolutely adore it. My husband always says to me, how can you listen to all of that stuff? And I'm like, for whatever reason, I'm good with it. I don't take it on. I hear their stuff and I go, I was there. Let's just do this. Yeah. You know, it's good. All right. So tapping comes under the heading of energy psychology. One of the way that we describes it is we're new on technology here, so okay, just give us a break. I was just called a dinosaur, so let's just start there. No. I was called that's right, I was the fossil, the dinosaur, and that makes me a fossil. Listen, one of these days he's going to start recording before you ever get here. All right, so the energy psychology, and the reason we call it that is we are combining ancient knowledge of the meridian system that runs through the body. Okay, every time anybody talks about the meridian system, they add 1,000 years. Have you ever heard that? No. It started out at 2,000. Somebody says 3, then somebody says 4. It's almost as old as me. Okay? So what we're doing is, while we are addressing the negative aspects, the negative emotions, the negative story, we are tapping on energy meridians on the face and body, okay, while we are also incorporating some psychological aspects like how we sabotage ourselves. You know, I want to lose weight, but I still bought potato chips.
Yes.
I'm wanting love potato chips. I want more money, but I just went out and overspent.
Yeah.
Okay. There's always an emotional driver. One of the things I try and help people understand is there is always a negative emotional driver behind whatever it is you're doing that you're doing to try and soothe yourself, whether it's shopping or if you're an alcoholic or an addict of whatever kind. Okay. You could even be an anger addict.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
And that default of anger, okay, is a way to let people know, hey,
I don't feel right.
I'm not vulnerable.
Yes.
You don't get to mess with me, or how I always, I always say, don't mess with the babysitter. And actually, I use another word in there. Okay, so what we're doing is we combine acupuncture and the psychological aspects, and then what we do is we're releasing that from our body. Now, I will tell you the most common question I get. Why are we talking about the negative?
Right.
Okay? Because in this time in history, as we're all waking up, we are told be on the positive, okay? And that's true. But I'm just going to, you know me, I just say it like I see it. And I'm going to tell you this. If you're trying to walk around and do the happy thing and say, oh, I have money, oh, it's perfect, you're putting sugar on poop, people.
Yeah. It feels a little fake.
Yeah.
For
and
me.
Poop still tastes bad.
Yes,
I don't care how much sugar you put on it, okay?
Yes.
So what I'm doing is we're getting rid of the poop. My husband is laughing. Sorry. You can't believe I'm saying this because I say it at home all the time, but it's true.
It's true.
You ate poop.
You can't believe it. Well, if y'all saw the help, you know she made food pie. You know that, okay? And that's what y'all are making and eating.
Right. Yeah.
Happy holidays. We're done. See you later. Left turn. By the way, has anybody noticed this is the first time I haven't been here in pink? Because I am wearing my sweater. I want you to know. These are those awesome sweaters that I love.
They're beautiful.
Okay? That now they're called bad sweaters. No. It's even got the little gifty up here. This is awesome.
Red is pink with no white.
Red is pink with no white. There you go. I almost said. All right. So let me explain this to you the way that Louise Hay explained it. You can't clean a room unless you see the dirt.
That's right.
Okay? So the reason we're doing the negative is this, and this is body brain stuff, and you're going to love this, okay? When we think a thought, enough, we have chemicals cascade into the body. Now the body thinks is mind, okay? You've imprinted, you got this, okay?
Yeah.
Remember, I'm not going to do this like a neuroscientist. I'm just giving you the everyday way to get this, okay? So when those chemicals cascade in there, now I can have that thing show up and boom, that fast I have an emotional reaction.
Yeah.
Most of us just move past it.
Right.
Okay? We don't even know what the thought process was because the body is thinking as mind because the body is the emotional body. You see, from here up, this is the brainy stuff. This is the linear line logic and all that. This is the feeler. So when you've thought enough that go into your feeler, now you see somebody who, I don't know, maybe you got your behind whooped when you were little and they were wearing red and right now I'm irritating you. Because you don't even know that it's the red. And if there's another reason I'm irritating you, just stay with me. I get more irritating. This is going to be really good. Okay, so this show is really meant to prime you, okay? So you can come back here, you can set up the tapping sequence, you can go through it with me because there's a wonderful thing called borrowing benefits. You just get your issue in mind and you tap along with us and then you rate it at the end of each sequence. Just like we would, okay? So let's say you're sitting here and through this holiday tapping thing we're going to do, a memory comes up, okay? You just stop the recording, pause it, tell your story while you're tapping, and then come back and finish up with us, okay? And you can do that over and over again. That's why I say this is such a great tool that we can be here and do this, okay? Another thing I want you to know, this is almost like another tapping primer. It's not that I tap and ta-da, 40 pounds left itself on the floor back there. It's not like I tap and ta-da, $1 billion showed up in my account, okay? What it is I tap and I may get the 1 minute miracle. We do have those, but usually what happens is I get a shift in perception.
Yes.
Okay? Maybe I worked with a lady a couple weeks ago. It was so funny because she was at my home for girls only tapping in, let me think, that would have been November. And she wrote me the next day. She goes, I don't know what you did to me, but I got up this morning and I cleaned the house and I did this and I got rid of the junk. And I was like, yeah, because that's what the tapping does from this aspect. And it could take minutes, days, weeks, months, that you're going to still feel the effects of tapping. And I have to say that because a lot of people, when they get these changes, they don't really equate it with this. They just think they changed their mind. They thought it was the sun and the moon and the stars. No, if you're going to spend time tapping with me, we are releasing blockages in your energy meridians. And I tell people, think of it like a pixie stick. Are you? Okay, I'm geez, because I'm always dating my fossil self.
I am old enough.
And going, do you know what a pixie stick is?
Yes.
So imagine that sugar in there. Oh, that sugar you're going to put on a poop. No, I'm just kidding. So it's in there and it's stuck. When we tap, it's like shaking that sugar so that now the life force can go through your energy meridians. You start to feel better. You start to make better choices. The other thing that happens is when you're in fight, flight, or freeze, okay, which is when the amygdala in your brain fires up, it is meant to put you in fight, fight, or fleas. It's meant to put you in fight, flight, or freeze so that the blood goes to your arms and legs so you can run from the tiger so you're not dinner. Okay, here's the issue. We don't have tigers to run from. It's the idiot in traffic. Okay? It's all the stress of the holidays and I don't have the kind of money everybody expects me to spend. It's the, oh, I've lost somebody and there's all this grief and I don't have that much fun at Christmas anymore. This might be the first Christmas you're experiencing a loss with a job, a person, a pet, your home. It doesn't matter. Loss is loss, okay? So what I want you to know is this is a process. Okay? And when you're opening those meridians, you start to think better. What happens is when the amygdala is calmed down by the tapping, we actually allow blood to go back to the brain. Now we can think. Seriously. I know you might think that just sounds crazy, but that is exactly how our bodies are meant to work so that we can protect ourselves. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you what, you know what? I try and give y'all a lot of bang for your buck in this time you see me. All right.
Well, I always like the behind stories, then it helps to really understand what's going on.
Why am I doing what I'm doing? Because I just met Melissa on Sunday, and it was 3 of us tapping, and I had said to them, because we were talking about how is it that I am why I am, and I'm doing this. And I said, well, you are who you are by about age 6. And that was new information to them. So let me share that with you. Up till about age 6, your brain is in what we call theta brain. You are in pure download mode, okay? So I will tell people when I start working with them, see yourself as that little 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old standing there, and all this life experience. How did money look? How did relationships look? How did bodies look? Yeah, I mean, you might just have created the body you're in because that's how your tribe looked. Okay, and we don't understand that all this is the biology of belief and all these other wonderful things. Okay, so don't expect a miracle. If you get a miracle, great, but also know that tapping just even 10 minutes a day, really general. Now, the more specific you get, okay, so let's say you start out talking about anxiety and stress, just tapping about it, okay, and then you remember in 3rd grade when you were humiliated because you didn't have your homework, okay? That is your subconscious bringing you the match to the emotional experience you're trying to clear. So don't question what comes up. Just run with it. Oh, man, I was humiliated. You see, because there's usually some nice humiliation. You know that sugar on the poop? That poop is usually some nice blame, shame, anger, humiliation. Oh, yeah. Now, here's the thing. None of your emotions are bad. Some of them feel bad. I get that. But all your emotions have information for you. Don't you know when you're feeling good? And you know when you're not. Okay? And the whole thing we're doing here is trying to get you to the feeling good. So, again, if you don't clean up the dirt, you got to bring it up to clean it up. Oh, that was good. Got to bring it up to clean it up. I do like that. I do. Man, I'm awesome. Okay. The other thing about this is, it's what you're really thinking. Okay? Because I slow down the thought process. You have had an emotional reaction, with the emotional body,
Yeah.
okay? And I'm actually slowing down the process so you can start to see what you're thinking and go, oh my gosh, I never really realized.
Yes. Connect the dots.
Yeah, puzzle pieces,
Yes.
locking into place and all that stuff. Okay, so let's see where I'm at. And the reason I did this is because you guys know I just usually go all over the place. All right, so some of the ways we can start in talking about holiday stress is, let's say you don't even know why you're feeling some stress,
Yes.
okay? Like I will tell you, and this was my life experience. It seemed like my dad liked Christmas, but my mom not so much. Well, I found out later, I think that was about money.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't have enough money, I mean, you know, when you got
And it's
9
stressful.
children,
We feel
okay,
guilty.
yeah, and so I think that some of that was there. Plus the history of my mother and her birthday and the child that she lost, all of that happened
Around
right
holidays.
around the holidays. And I often tell people, I say, imagine the life of contrast where the child that you lost had the same birthday. Yeah, so
That's
I didn't
rough.
really understand that till I was like in my 30s, 40s,
Yeah.
50s, because that just wasn't my life experience. I
Right.
have so much more compassion for that now.
Yes.
And I am learning to not judge people where they are and to say, you know what, I don't know what's going on with them. And it's
Right.
all good. It's all okay.
Right, because it's
All
not
right.
about me.
Right. So you can start out generally, but you know, we may have loss, disappointment, fear issues, loneliness, grief, perfection pressure. Got any of
Yes.
those out there? You know, like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't start till things are perfect. and-
Yes.
Or
So then you hate it.
Yeah, or maybe you get a fire under your boot tricks like 2 days before Christmas, and now you know all that stuff. I'm a
redo
late bloomer.
everything.
Yeah,
Don't
we
do
do
it.
it all. We do it all. Don't do it. Don't do it all. Another thing I want
Leave
to tell you
it.
that we do that's really amazing is, and my husband and I were talking about this on the way in, New Year's blues. Now he said it's not necessarily New Year's blues for him, but I'll tell you what happened with me. I used to get really depressed right after the first of the year. Every year was like, ugh. Okay?
Yeah.
Got to get the tax stuff. Listen, start tapping right now if I'm putting you into freak out. But what happened was, and this is a perfect example of how the tapping works. I ended up having a discussion with someone about that. And they said, oh no, I get all that stuff out of my house by the new year. And I said, you
Christmas
do?
stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because I was raised Catholic,
Yeah.
you didn't get rid of anything till at least Epiphany,
Right.
January 6th.
Okay, right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Epiphany. Okay. So I said, I'm going to try that. Since that year and ever since, I get all the Christmas stuff down, even though, you know, I have Christmas up all year in
Yes.
some spots in my house. But I get the bulk of it down. We both do, my husband and I, by January 1st.
Wow.
Before the 1st, so that we're starting the new year fresh. The house
Okay.
is clean.
Yeah.
Everything looks good. We're excited about the new year.
Yes.
It's not that thing hanging over your head of, oh, I got to take
gotta
this
do-
stuff down.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, see, all you did was go from one overwhelm to another.
Right.
Duh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are we fun or what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I thought what we would do is we would just start with, I want you to get in mind, okay? Because we're going to use the setup of the holidays are hard for me because. Okay? Now, I also want to warn you, if this is about a loss, and you have deep grief or a really big circumstance that happened, don't do it by yourself. Okay?
Right.
Very few people can do what I do
Yeah.
and go through some really big stuff like
Right.
I did. Okay? Get support. Okay? Contact me, there's all kinds of ways to find practitioners, okay?
Yeah.
Go get somebody to help you release that.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so we're gonna use the setup. The holidays are hard for me because, and then you're going to fill it in. Okay? So what we'll do is the holidays are hard, even though the
Yes.
holidays are hard. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to get your number 1 to 10. How true is it that the holidays are hard for me?
Right.
Because, and you can throw in your because. Okay? Got a number? 1 to 10. Oh, she's
is
all
that?
easy peasy flowy.
Well,
okay.
I love Christmas, but I do have sometimes get anxious about money for
Okay.
kids.
Okay. That's what I want you focusing on.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
4 kids. I told her
Yeah.
there's something in the water you're drinking.
Yes.
Stop it.
I know.
Stop it. Oh, okay.
Bottled water from now on.
Bottled water from now on. Through a mountain stream. Uh-oh, that's the problem. Okay. All right. All that. I see. I just saw multiplication. All right. Okay. So you're going to use that. Focus in. And even if you love Christmas, you love everything
Right.
about it, you could focus on something else that gives you stress. Okay. Or not even pick anything. Borrowing benefits means something in
Yes.
your life is going to get opened up.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Remember, if you haven't done this before, you're going to follow along and repeat. If you have, just follow along with me here. You're going to start on sleight of hand. I've come to learn that it's politically correct now to call this sleight of hand.
Okay,
Because
as opposed to-
as opposed to karate chop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'm not going to remember that all the time, so I know y'all are good with
Side
me.
of hand.
Yeah,
All
there
right.
you go. Side of the hand. Even though the holidays are hard for me,
Even though the holidays are hard for me,
I deeply and profoundly
I deeply and profoundly
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
And even though the holidays are hard for me,
And even though the holidays are hard for me,
I deeply and profoundly
I deeply and profoundly
love and appreciate myself.
love and appreciate myself.
And even though the holidays,
it's
quite a mixed bag for me.
quite a mixed bag for me.
I love the holidays.
I love the holidays.
Parts of it.
Parts of it.
Some parts,
Some parts.
not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah, the holidays are hard for me.
The
Go ahead.
holidays are hard for me.
And I deeply and profoundly
I deeply and profoundly
love and honor
love and honor
how I feel.
how I feel.
See, when I say that, it just feels so good, doesn't it?
does feel
yeah.
good.
Okay, so let's go to the eyebrow. The first spot's the eyebrow. It's where it starts, not third eye, okay? It's where it starts. Either side, doesn't matter. Cross them, it does not matter. The holidays are hard for me.
The holidays are hard for me.
The side of the eye. Remember, we're just following that. Okay, this is confusing. We're just following the bone right around, okay? So now we're on the side of the eye. The holidays are hard for me.
The holidays are hard for me.
Under the eye, feel that bone right there? The holidays are hard for me.
The holidays are hard for me.
Right here. The holidays are hard for me.
The holidays are hard for me.
Chin. If you can feel it in a body part, you can throw that in. You can say, I feel that in my... Go ahead.
Diaphragm. I feel
Oh, you
that
do?
in my diaphragm.
Oh, I was going to fill that in. Good girl. Okay. I feel that in my diaphragm.
Feel that in my diaphragm.
Collarbone. Awesome. All right. Feeling this holiday hardness in my diaphragm.
Feeling this holiday hardness in my diaphragm.
The words that come out of my mouth, I'm telling you. All this feeling in my diaphragm.
All this feeling in my diaphragm.
Top of the head. The holidays can be hard for me.
The holidays can be hard for
Okay,
me.
that's one round. Take a breath. Usually, this is where I check in and I say, on that 1 to 10 rating you
Yeah.
had, or however you measured it, did it come down? Now, I'll just ask you.
Yes.
Because I know you shift. She shifts really fast.
I do.
Some people will say, oh, it moved from my diaphragm. It's like now my head's throbbing. Okay.
Right.
That's a really normal response. Okay. Or we might shift emotions. Maybe you were feeling that, that feeling, and now you know it's anger. Maybe
Yeah.
now you know it's sadness.
Right. Anxiety.
Loneliness,
Right.
anxiety. Okay. There's that nice pile of poo with
Yeah,
some
with
sugar
the
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're walking, maybe you have somebody that shows up every year and criticizes your cooking.
Right.
Or your layout. And you know
Right.
that has everything to do with them not
Yes,
feeling good enough.
that's
okay?
right.
Here. The holidays are hard for me.
The holidays are hard for me.
Side of the eye. I worry about things.
I worry about things.
Under the eye, like where am I going to get the money?
Like, where am I going to get the money?
Under the nose. Okay, I always love saying this one. Money doesn't grow on trees.
Money doesn't grow on trees.
Chin, and then I always tell people, money is trees.
Money is trees.
Collarbone. Oh,
Yeah, it is.
yeah. I'm worried about money.
I'm worried about money.
Under the arm, there never seems to be enough.
There never seems to be enough.
Top of the head, so the holidays can be kind of hard on me.
The holidays can be kind of hard on me.
Take another breath. What happened to the diaphragm?
It's clear.
Okay, did anything else come up?
No.
Okay,
Not
no
for me.
sadness?
Mm-mm.
No nothing. Anybody?
No.
Sadness? Anything? Okay. We're just going to keep doing it. Yeah,
Till
see,
later.
now they all shift so fast because we work together
I wish it was
before.
Christmas now.
Yeah. Oh, Christmas. That's like the other day I said, when sometimes when I get done, it's like I'm ready to run through a wall. Like, here we go. Okay, go right. Now I'm going to bring it down for you. Here we go. The holidays can be challenging.
The holidays can be challenging.
Side of the eye, there's so much to do.
There's so much to do.
Under the eye, it's a very emotional time for me.
It's a very emotional time for me.
Under the nose, the holidays brings all kinds of stuff.
The holidays bring all kinds of stuff.
Chin, I never thought about validating.
I never thought about validating.
Collarbone, how I feel about all of this.
How I feel about all of this.
Under the arm, even with all these feelings.
Even with all these feelings.
Top of the head, I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Eyebrow, I'm really looking forward to Christmas.
I am really looking
Or
forward to
Kwanzaa, or
Christmas.
whatever your thing is. Doesn't matter. Side of the eye. I love the holidays.
I love the holidays.
Under the eyes, maybe you don't.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah, under the nose. Maybe it is stressful.
Maybe it is stressful.
Chin, maybe
Maybe.
this season
This season,
I could make it about me.
I can make it about me.
Collarbone. What if I do more things that make me happy
What if I do more things that make me happy?
this season?
This season.
Yeah. Under the arm. Y'all know I say me first, most always.
Me
Go ahead.
first, most always.
Top of the head. Me first, most always.
Me first, most always.
Right here. I cannot help anyone else.
I cannot help anyone else
Side of the eye. Till I love me enough to help myself.
till I love me enough to help myself.
Under the eye. It's okay. I have these feelings.
It's okay, I have these feelings.
Under the nose. It's okay for me to clear it.
It's okay for me to clear it.
Chin. It's okay for me to let this go.
It's okay for me to let this go.
Collarbone. It's safe for me to let this go.
It's safe for me to let this go.
Under the arm. I'm looking a little more forward to the season.
I'm looking a little more forward to this season.
Top of the head, because it really is about being joyful.
Because it really is about being joyful.
Okay, take a breath. All right. Remember, if you had a story come up, okay, you can, as long as we can Skype or FaceTime, I can work with you. I do one-on-one, I do groups, do all kinds of stuff, okay?
She's amazing.
She's amazing. And then I like to finish up with what I call posi tapping, okay? So now we're going to go in and we're going to do a little self-affirming about how awesome we are, okay? So let's go to the eyebrow. I love feeling good.
I love feeling good.
Side of the eye. I like awesome and amazing.
I like awesome and amazing.
Under the eye. I love connecting to my awesome and amazing self.
I love connecting to my awesome and amazing
Under the
self.
nose. I love feeling good.
I love feeling good.
Chin. This really feels good.
This really feels good.
Collarbone. I'm about to run through a wall.
I'm about to run through a wall.
Under the arm. I'm so excited and happy.
I'm so excited and happy.
Top of the head. I want to look at this holiday with the eyes of a child.
I want to look at this holiday with the eyes of a child.
Eyebrow. It's safe for me to enjoy it.
It is safe for me to enjoy it.
Side of the eye. I can let them go.
I can let them go.
Under the eye. What they think of me.
What they think of me.
Under the nose. None of my business.
None of my business.
Chin. I know I can rock this.
I know I can rock.
Collarbone. I love this season.
I love this season.
And I love me
And I love me.
enough to do this extreme self-care.
Enough to do this extreme self-care.
Take a nice big breath. Awesome. Okay. We're going to be back here twice in January as far as I know. Okay. So you'll just see, I do it. I want to thank my sponsors again. And that is Logan Street Signs and Banners and Noblesville Trophies. And it is, again, it's through their generosity that we're able to be here. My husband wants to tell me something.
Thank Lisa for a great year.
Oh, yeah. I want to thank Lisa for being here for a great year because we started doing this a year ago November. And we miss you, Lisa. Mwah. Okay. And then Jim Wofford, of course, for letting us sit here and do all of this. This has just been an amazing year for me. And I really talk about a season of gratitude and appreciation, okay? In fact, I'm going to put a really fun thing I saw this morning on my timeline about really, appreciating the lights turn on, the water runs.
Yes.
I can take a shower,
Yes.
okay?
Break
It's
it
that
down to
simple.
basics.
That's right. That's right. I also want to tell you that if you work in or run or you're a manager in a business, give me a holler. I am really exploring this going into businesses and tapping because when your employees know you care enough to help them feel better,
Yes.
you're going to find all kinds of great things happen. Productivity goes up.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't feel so alone and sheltered.
That's right.
So I want to remind you that tapping does a body good, even just a few minutes a day. Go do the overwhelm tap on my timeline. It's amazing. I want to thank
is
you so
amazing.
much for being
Thank you
here
for
with
having
me,
me.
Melissa. This has been so much fun. And until I see you next time, y'all have great holidays and keep tapping into you. Tappy, 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 tappy.
Happy New Year.
Happy